Patti would say, I don't have that many friends. At the hospital, she was surprised how many people showed up that she couldn't get any sleep. Too bad, you know? But I do thank you, but there's, Patty's life was touched by everybody somehow in this room. I have to ask my Detroit wrecking crew to stand up, please. That includes Elaine. Elaine, there's you. These guys got us through the hardest parts. We got each other through the hardest parts. And I thank you. Another group that we have is the Motor City Ghost Hunters. There's a few of us left, the best people. If you'll stand up for a second, please. Those two met and got married at one of our events. So, and you know, we've got the Fogartys, the Wedmores, the Seaheyes. You've met a lot to us. And I think I told you about the gluten-free stuff. You have a chair, you don't know somebody,
it's a weird
segue. I'm going to try to play a song. But I'm going to try to do it with this mic so it's nice and it's quiet. Patti, probably 6 months before she passed, she said, I think I found a song I'd like you to play at my funeral or memorial. And I said, okay. I'm sorry, she texted it. And I texted back, okay, you know. I didn't ask why. Should have, don't have any idea. But when I started listening, and what she said also was, you're not going to believe it because this is not one of her favorite artists. It's actually Power of Two by Indigo Girls. And the chorus part really hits all of Patty's kids, which every single one of you stand up, and I mean her kids, and my grandson. This is family. And thank you. Thank you, Lena.
Those little kicks.
So we do this to try, we see what happens. We have to do it really hokey pokey way.
Where is he now?
I didn't get here early enough to set up the AV, so we thought we had it all.
Neither do
It says a lot. With Patty's ashes, by the way, that's the urn up there. That's black, the eternal flame. I figured, you know me, I go big or go home, right? So all of us got something from Patti that has her ashes in it. Or we got something with one of her fingerprints. It was one of these and one of those. Okay. So I just have to share this. My brother-in-law said that yeah, you're gonna have to do it for me, and then I can figure out. He got something with a thumbprint.
He thinks.
Hi, my name is Rob Gertz. In one of my past lives, I was a cop, and old habits die hard. So in admiring the gift, I got the fingerprint, and in the lull, I ran it through APHIS. It turns out, for kindness.
Aww.
Thank you.
Who's Brenna's next? Oh, set the tone, Brenna.
You up here.
I don't think I need to introduce myself, but I am
Who are you?
Patty's youngest daughter, Brenna. We are celebrating. I could stand up here and tell you all day how amazing my mom was. But you're all here because she was that amazing. This room is filled to the brim because of that. So, I'll just mention the one thing that I'm going to miss the most, and what I enjoyed spending the most time doing. was just sitting in the living room talking to her. Didn't matter what the topic was. She always knew whether to sit there and give you advice, sit there and just let you vent, just listen, or just offer tools for the next steps, or even just sit there and get mad with you. She always knew what the tone was and what to say and what to do. You always walked away with something. You always walked away feeling better, feeling lighter, with a new idea to try, a different perspective, some good laughs, sometimes even more questions than you came in with. But I would sit in the living room for hours and just talk with her, and I'm gonna miss that the most. So I just want to say that in memory of Mom, I want people to always be kind, be creative, do some gardening, and if anything, at least be a little weird for her. Because Mom always said, there's no fun in normal. The only thing you want normal is your medical results. I'm gonna miss her. She was my best friend. I still talk to her every day, but it's not the same. Anyway, it's not quite prepared for this.
Where's the step stool?
I am. Good afternoon, everyone. I was tired from watching the Tigers lose last night.
Yeah, literally.
And then add some tears to it, so I'm going to be a little shaky during that stage. But thank you, Nan. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, everybody, for bringing us all here today. Really appreciate it. Patti led an amazing life. And while our hearts are heavy today, I know we're all full of gratitude, and I'm especially full of gratitude for being her daughter. To me, Patti was more than just a stepmother. She was a true mother figure, and one of the most positive role models I've actually had in my life. And I took a look at these, and it reminded me of being younger, and I really looked up to her, because I'm 4'11". She was smart, driven, and successful in every avenue of her life. And I would watch her take care of us. I'd watch her take care of Kate and Brenna. And I'd watch her get ready for work every day, pack a diaper bag, put a suit on, go to work. Mm-hmm. And it really did shape me into the mother that I am today. She showed me how to be truly independent. She showed me that you can achieve your goals and rely on yourself and still put your family first. My gratitude goes beyond words for the most selfless thing that she ever did, though. And that was when she was there for my dad, when he needed her the most. He had a terrible car accident, and then one of the doctors actually told him he might not be able to walk again. And she took him into her home, and her father, Norm, built a system with bars and everything just to get him in and out of bed. And she became his full-time caretaker, nurturing him back to life, and I'm forever grateful for that. It's an immense action of love and devotion.
You got this.
All right, and how she loved my children. They adored their Grandma Patti. And every holiday she went to great lengths and a lot of thoughtful effort making Easter baskets full of their favorite items. She made 11 big baskets this year. And she would message me months in advance asking me for ideas for each of my 4 kids. What would they like? Cash, jewelry, crafts. And we all know Patti. She thought she was weird, but I thought she was cute. I was going through some text messages from her, and it made me cry, but I wanted to just quote this one message. And she says, okay, this is a weird ask, But would Sean use an apple core peeler more than once a year? It seems like an odd gift to give a child. She said, that's never stopped me before. And while the gifts and presents were amazing and thoughtful, what mattered most was that she showered me and my kids and everybody in this room with love. And I'm eternally grateful for her. Yeah. Thank you, Patti. We love you.
I can follow that. I can follow that.
Do you want to or no?
Can I go do that after somebody else? There.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't.
And Diane.
And Diane?
We're switching it up,
Yeah,
sorry.
we're switching it up. Amy needs a beat. Kiva?
Yeah.
Kiva does. Do you want your baby?
Hello, I'm Diane. I'm Patty's oldest sister. I'll put it up now. I'm Diane, Patty's oldest sister. I say oldest, never mind. Anyway, I did have to add something listening to the Indio Girls song, the line, the monsters. Underneath your bed. Patty sent me a postcard. You know, I'm 15 years older, so I didn't really know Patty very much. I was out of the house by the time she, you know, became a teenager and a young adult. But we became peers, you know, after a while, age doesn't really make any difference. And she sent me a postcard about the monsters underneath your bed and not letting your hand hang down. And I had that postcard probably for 20 years up in my office. Just, you know, she could get you with how she related to you. So anyway, that song reminded me of that. I do have a sweet memory of Patty when she was young. Kathy and I were sitting in the kitchen, and I criticized her for something that she did, you know, and she just looked at us and she said, I can get away with it, I'm cute. And she was, and she did get away with it. And she was so self-aware. I think she might have only been 4 or 5 years old at the time. But, you know, she had an awareness about her. For a long time, we were at different stages in our life. And again, we became peers. Of all of our mother's children, we were all creative in our own right. But Patty was the most gifted, creative of us all. She made the most of her artistic abilities of all of us. And she continued to inspire me to take time to be creative. And that's not an easy thing to do when you're having a job and making money and raising kids and all that other stuff. As women, to take time out for that. My brother was wise in his choice of careers. He could be creative with his welding and ironwork as Bobby did as well. So we were all very lucky to have gotten the creative gene from our mom. Patty was such a unique individual, and I know of no one that was like her. Creative, gifted, appreciative, smart, insightful, accepting, expressive, loving, So much so that we all knew that Patti loved us, as I'm sure everybody here felt in their own way from her. I was enriched each and every time I spent with her. Patti's generosity inspired others, and very much, as I know that you are grieving, I grieve for the people that didn't get to know her and experiencing her, because their life would have been enhanced as all of ours was. We are blessed with the imprint, thank you, Nan,
No.
that Patti made in our life. I was lucky, so lucky, that I was given notice of Patti's impending demise. I was allowed to come back to Michigan. I've been away for about 10 years, mostly, and I was able to spend 2 weeks with her and Nan, and just to sit and talk with her and go down in her craft room and create with her, and it was just a wonderful gift. But what was interesting, it was so easy. She was so easy to be around, and I came up with great ideas talking to her, and got great ideas from her, as I'm sure many of you have as well. But what really is interesting to me is being away, is kind of figuring out time and talking and that kind of stuff. It wasn't easy to stay in contact with her. But not anymore. It's very easy to talk with her anytime. And I encourage you to do the same.
After Brad. Oh, perfect. Follow Brad. Here you go. Thank you.
I hope you don't mind, but Charles, Patty's older brother, my wife Diana, most of you know her as Angel. Angel and Patty were close to the same age.
My sister from another district.
Is he upset? He'll eat when we're done.
Yeah, I don't want it that close.
She keeps me at a distance. Patty, who I love dearly, I was not planning to talk, I'm not very good at it. But Patty was the best of all of us kids. There was 6 of us. And for her to go, my other 2 siblings, Bobby and Harvey, who were both dearly missed too. I didn't expect Patty to go. She was a rock to me. And always has been and always will be. I wish I had more to say, but all I can say is I love her and she'll be missed deeply, very deeply. I mean, for the rest of my life, I know that. And my wife. Who I'm sure will outlive me. But anyhow, that's all I can say is thank you for coming. I do think he had a lot of friends, but I didn't know she had this many. Thank you.
Smart woman.
Your trophy husband.
Yes.
You, Jim.
I'm one of her other sisters. You gotta read the right thing. Patty was the youngest of 6 kids in our family, and 12 years younger than me. When Mom and Dad got home, Mom was sick. I don't remember what was wrong with Mom, but she slept a lot. So I took care of Patty for the next 2 weeks. I changed her, I fed her, I just loved her. And so she was really special. It was summertime, so I could do this. And thank goodness I was part of her care for more than the last 2 weeks of her life. I'm not sure, but pretty sure, that I took her to Cedar Point for the first. And took her to as many theater cartoons movies as I could, but that was my excuse to go to, because I loved movies, cartoons, and I still do. Patty always found something positive to say about most people, even if I didn't agree with her. I would hear her a lot in my head when I had negative thoughts. And sometimes when I have those awful negative thoughts, I'd say, what would Patty say? How would she feel? And how would she make this okay? I miss her beautiful smile, her beautiful skin. She had the best skin and hair. She sometimes would let me brush her hair and pull it back her braid. I miss her widow that Kate has. She was only one of those kids that had it, and so did her mom. I just miss her. The last time I talked to her was the day she died. I thought she was asleep. As I stood at her bed, and I brushed her hair back with my hand, and I whispered to her, remember, you promised to come back and visit me. She opened her eyes to my surprise, looked at me, and said, I promise.
Yeah. Maria. Oh, yeah. I think so. I actually don't know who has the.
Hi everybody, thanks very much for coming. Really appreciate your love for Patti. And the love I have for Patti is very heartwarming. It's a shame she had to go so soon. So I really, you don't know Patti as well as I do sometimes. We used to go for walks, and I asked her one time, can I hold your hand? And she looked at me and surprised. And I held her hand and I said, is that okay? She said, oh, that's beautiful. But sometimes we don't appreciate things we want to do and we should try to do. So please try to give all your thoughts to Patti today. And maybe anytime you say a prayer, if you do pray for Patti. And I wish it was all very, very well. So that's all from me. But thank you so, so much.
I'm just as short as my mom. Is there a stool?
You can take that out of them. Take the mic out.
Like this? Oh, okay, cool.
And then stand in front of the.
Stand in front of it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because so you guys can see my face.
Right.
Okay, hi, hello. Some of you guys don't know me, but I am one of Grandma Patty's grandchildren. Grandma Patty was really loved by everyone. I remember when Grandma Patty used to call me, Aunt Kate, and Aunt Amy and my mom because she was going for bike rides. She wanted to be on the call with us, and I remember one time I was on the call with her, and she was picking flowers, and she was like, I wonder if I can go up to their yard and have a get a flower, but I think they have cameras. So like funny. And I'm really into arts and crafts, and I still am. And I remember like going into her basement, and like it was just a wonderland. It was so cool, and it was just like I was over the moon. It was like really cool, and I was really into arts and crafts. And then she helped me with a school project once, and she just gave me this whole tub of things, and like so I could like do it for my school project. And me, Sean, and Laura, we always used to use the little like moving chair. We always like that went down into the basement. We always used to play with it, going up and down, and like we always used to fight over it. Like, no, I did it, no. And then it was just, and there's gonna be a lot of I remembers. And then we were over at her house, and there was these like mini brands of the Harry Potter, and we just made potions, and it's like it's still in my room, and it just reminds me of her every time I see it. And she would make the best gifts on the planet for Easter and Christmas. She would just always make the best gifts. She would put all of our favorite things in it, and I was just like, and she put so much effort into it. And it just really made like my Christmas, it really made my Easter when she would make these baskets, and she put a lot of thought into it. And she loved gardening. And she gave me this tomato plant, it died. I killed it. It was really cool because I would always see like how much like it grew. Like I was always like looking out my window, and I would always get excited like seeing like, oh, and then I asked my dad like, are these tomatoes ready to be picked? And they were never ready to be picked. And then I made her this card chain with all of our initials on it. And this past Easter, where she made the 11 Easter baskets, I added a T on for Theo. And now it is in Aunt Kate's car. It's hanging up. And I know everyone is struggling with her passing away. And she lived a very long life for the condition that she was in. And she was so loved by everyone. She was so loved by me. I still text her. She is coming to some events in the future. During Halloween, she'll be walking next to me and lots of other people. And I love you all, and I know Grandma Patti is resting well.
Aww. Good job. It's Austin's turn. Yep. Yeah. You're the tallest person here?
Probably.
Everything's got twice.
That's fair. Yeah. She's like, and.
Good
There
job.
we go.
I'm tech savvy. I wrote a letter, probably gonna go off script. There's not much I can say about Patti that everyone knows. Can share just some stories I've got with her, some inspiration. Most everyone knows that I fought MMA for a while. I trained, boxed. One of my partners is right there who I used to work with. I can tell you personally, like fighting and getting punched in the face and punching people in the face, I can tell you that I've never come across a fighter quite like Patti. She didn't choose that fight. She chose to live, and that was a fight in and of itself. Tenacity, willpower. She wanted to see her family. She wanted to see her grandchildren grow. She wanted to see her children grow. And she did it. She did it for a long time, long time. And even in her final days at the hospital at U of M, she was told she didn't have to fight anymore, and she kept fighting. And heart of a champion, if I've ever seen one. This amazing fighter she was. I'm lucky that while she was in the hospital, I asked permission to marry Brenna. And
Yeah.
Celebration!
I have a fiance because of Patti, because of Nan, because of Liam. And when I was asking her for permission, she grabbed my beard and she yanked it. You're asking me permission, huh? There's that fight. And she was never able to make it to the wedding, obviously, but she'll be there, and she is a mother-in-law. She was a mother to almost everyone she knows, and she took care of everyone. And I'll cherish everything that I've been able to have with her. It was whether I was taking her to estate sales, or she's asked me to make her a new cocktail. Her art remains everywhere we look. So as long as we have this art, we have the art in our houses, we have it in our heads, that memory remains. She'll always be here. And she's got so much unfinished projects that she wanted to keep going. And that was her determination to get out of the hospital. She said, I have unfinished business. And we're taking care of that now. We're going to take care of that and keep it going. And then I can just remember there would be times where I'd walk into the house with 7 or 8 of my friends, a squad. I'd have a bottle of bourbon or something. What's that? Something you want to drink? No, I want the bottle. She found art in everything. And her life was art. And I hope to see her again, and she can finally rest. There's no more struggle, and we all love her.
Yay. You got this, babe. Oh, God, no. That means I'm good.
Hello, my name is Brad. I'm Patty's other son-in-law. I don't have much prepared to say because I don't like to speak a lot, but this is one of the things where I felt like I had to. Patty was the most selfless and most thoughtful, caring person that I've ever come across that didn't have to love you at all, but she chose to. I'm wearing this shirt today because she gave it to me. It's one of the things that she just randomly text you and say, hey, would you like this? And it's a picture of a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt in the middle of March. So, it didn't matter what time it was, she was always thinking of somebody, and everyone in here, I'm sure she thought of you in a very positive light, and she loved you. Thank you.
There's tissues up there. Right. Okay, there's. I forgot to take a picture of it up there.
Who's the average height of a person? Yeah, right? I'm 5'2", I'm a baby.
Five, 5'4" for women, so you're 2 inches shorter.
5'4" for women?
Yeah, 2 inches shorter than the
glad you know
average. 5'10" for men.
We never
5'10"
wanted
for
to.
men.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not great at this, and I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it at my sister's wedding. So I'm going to start the only way I know how, and that's by talking to Patti first, because that feels comfortable. Patti, you saved my life. I'm sorry I never found a way to repay you. I couldn't know how to. There were so many days in my teenage years when I was deeply depressed, when I didn't want to live. It hurts to admit out loud that I was a suicidal teenager, and you saved me.
It was selfish, but that's my truth. Somehow you saw through it all, through my silence, the moodiness, the darkness. You saw me and you helped me in ways I don't think I'll ever be able to fully explain. You stepped into a house with 3 of Dad's ugliest children. I didn't skip a beat. You gave us your love without hesitation. You gave my dad comfort, love, and hope when he was close to death. Then you added 2 beautiful children, who at first I thought I would have to kill for your affection. They were okay. That wasn't enough. You brought Nan into our lives. It was like you started bragging. You blessed us with family. There was something about you, a calmness, a way of just being you that made me feel safe. You let me talk, vent, and you really listened. You never rushed to speak. You thought before you answered. Sometimes you'd have this smirk as if to tell me you already know what the right thing to do is. And you were right. You always were. You were too modest to agree with me on that. You'd sit back, nod, and say, well, you just gave yourself the answer. And I'd sit there stunned, like, did I just get therapy for free? I did, because she was a great mother, just as great as my mother before her. When I found out Patty's time was limited, I got angry. I wasn't ready to lose another mother. I didn't want to face that grief again. I got mad at everything. I got mad at her. I got mad at the sky, the grass, the bumblebees, and the floor I was standing on. I say bumblebees because I have this memory of Patti sitting on a bumblebee while she was gardening. And it stung her. So it's a love-hate relationship with bumblebees. I kept thinking, I'm not meant to have a mom. The universe already took one, and now it's taking another. But in time, I came to realize something. My moms, both of them, gave me something bigger than the anger, loss, or sadness I am feeling. They taught me balance, strength, togetherness. My mom, Mary, taught me to laugh in serious moments, to stay light even when life got heavy, or to be a little sarcastic depending on the situation. Patti, well, this one could find humor in the dark. She'd laugh at things that made others uncomfortable, not because she was insensitive, but because she understood how short life was. From that laughter, that sarcasm, that sharp wit, that creativity, it shaped me. I was raised by 2 incredible women who left this life too soon. I'm turning 40 on Monday.
Woo!
Yeah, it sucks without a mom. And it's actually really hard. Not just any mother, Kate. Something I can control. Both moms. I'm speaking to you both now again, like I do on a daily basis. Through every new adventure, every new beginning, every new milestone, in my laughter, in the way I love others, you will be with me. You live on in me always. Thank you.
Oh my God, there are a lot of people here. Well, hello. Thank you everybody for being here today. It means I'm just gonna go on script, otherwise I'm gonna cry. So it means the world to our family to see how many people came to celebrate my mom's life. What's funny, Nan took this earlier, but what's funny is she used to say she didn't have many friends, but looking around now, I think she might have just been a little wrong about that. My mom was truly one of a kind, quirky, artsy, stubborn, and strong. She wasn't the type to blend in with the crowd, and I loved her for that. She lived life on her own terms and taught me to do the same. Even through the battle with her pulmonary fibrosis, she never stopped fighting. She never let her disabilities define her. She just kept going, creating, laughing, and finding ways to make the world around her beautiful. I also want to take a moment to thank Nan, my mom's life partner. She stood by my mom's side through every challenge and every moment of her health struggles, and I truly believe that we wouldn't have had my mom for as long as we did without her. She supported my mom so deeply that my mom felt like she could do anything. And I also want to thank my mom's friends, her army, who became family. They brought her so much joy, laughter, and purpose, and she loved you all so much, and I'm forever grateful that she had each of you in her life. She taught me to be a good friend, to listen, to appreciate the small things people do for you, and to love doing the same for others. She was an advocate for those in need, always the first to speak up for someone who couldn't. She had such empathy, and she made sure to pass it on to me. Growing up, she made every single holiday and birthday feel like magic. She never missed a Santa present, even until I was 30, no matter how old we got, and her creativity showed up in every little detail, from the handmade decorations at birthday parties to the birthday cake she baked and decorated herself. And most recently, one of my favorite memories is when we went to Hocking Hills with Aunt Angel and Lori, and we laughed the entire time, and still I think about how she hiked that whole time too. I had a stool with me as well so she could take her breaks, but she just was like, let's get this done, let's see things. She pushed through every challenge with grit and humor, proving again that she never gave up. And I think a lot of people can learn from her in that way, to keep going even when life tries to slow you down. She had this way of turning ordinary days into something special, and I think that's one of the most amazing gifts that she gave me, the reminder to find joy in the little things. And I'm especially grateful she got to meet my son, Theo. Yes. Seeing her hold him, watching her watch me as a mom, those moments meant everything to me. I remember one day I was in the living room, she was over and I was holding him, and I was like, here, do you want to hold him? And I don't know, I just love sharing him. And she's like, no, I want to watch you be a mom. Like, I love watching you be a mom. And I hope I can be even half the mother that she was. She truly was meant to be a mom. There are so many things that I'll miss. Her laugh, the way she called me babe, our coffee and sweets together. But more than anything, I'll miss having her in little everyday moments, because that's where she always made the biggest impact. My mom worked so hard on herself to grow, to heal, to be better, and maybe that's what cuts deepest. Knowing how much she wanted more time, how hard she fought for it. But I'm also proud of the woman, the mother, and the person that I'm becoming because of her. And if I start to doubt myself while standing here, I remind myself that I can do hard things because of her. And if there's one thing that I know she wants us all to do, is to carry her spirit forward in small, meaningful ways, do something in her honor, refinish someone else's trash into something beautiful, plant something, pay it forward in a drive-through, support a small business, or just lend a listening ear. She'd want today to be filled with love, laughter, art, and community. That's what made her happiest. All of us together, celebrating life the way she always did. I'm so proud to call her my mom, and I know that she's here with us today. Thank you all for being here today, and let's put the fun in funeral.